Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Is this our first recording of the new year?
I believe it is.
Yeah, because I think the last time we recorded was the day after Christmas.
Wow. It's been that long. Happy New Year, everyone.
It's just me and Scott. If you're not watching on YouTube, it's just me and Scott today. And it's our first time recording just the two of us, but using video.
That's true.
Yeah.
I like it. Plus, in this, we don't usually just the two of us use the studio.
No, like we would always we would like go in the living room or whatever, like with the mic.
Which is so weird. We're like, yeah, why don't we just go up in the living room
like
and
not
sit around
be professional at all. Well, because I think we were really trying to feel like we were just like
it was nice.
Coffee talking.
It was nice, but I like this much better.
Yeah, no, this is very nice. It's very exciting.
So what were your resolutions?
Actually, that's what I wanted to name this episode was not New Year's resolutions. Wait, that's what I want to talk about. Okay, I think that we've talked about this before in years past, but like let's do a refresher. Scott's for the people, for the SWEople. Scott is obsessed with New Year's resolutions, and there's nothing I hate more than New Year's resolutions. So I would like to break down why you love them.
There's two kinds of people in this world.
Why I hate them.
And we are the two kinds.
Yes, we are. It's like those memes that are like, there's two kinds of people who pack for vacation, 10 minutes before they're supposed to be at the airport, and people who pack 6 months ahead of time, and those two people marry each other. Like, that's me and you with so many things. Yeah. It's like there's two types of people who love New Year's resolutions, people who hate New Year's resolutions, and those two people marry each other.
Yeah.
Welcome to our marriage.
And that's what keeps the world in balance and moving forward.
Because if we both loved New Year's resolutions, that would be the most obnoxious couple to be around. Maybe. Because I'm just going to put it out there. People who love New Year's resolutions, you are obnoxious. Oh. Susie, even this year, if people don't know, Susie's my cousin who I talk to every day. She was like saying something about what she was doing. And she was like, yeah. And then like my friend's going to come over and we're going to like talk about our New Year's resolutions. And she was like, I know you think that's stupid. So I wasn't even going to tell you. And I was like, I do think that's stupid. Wait. And then for people who don't know, Scott has like, there's like 1,000 nieces and nephews that live out in Colorado. Well, kind of everyone lives everywhere now. But the point is everyone was back in Colorado for Christmas, and they called one day to all sing happy birthday to Emerson, which was like really, really cute. And then we were talking to them, and Scott was like,
went pickleballing.
Well, Scott was like, what are you guys doing today? And they were like, so we all got together. We're having a big cousin day, and we went like they found like an indoor pickleball place, and they were having like a big like pickleball like competition thing, fun. Whatever, which sounds super fun. Like then we're going to go get smoothies, and then we're going to go home and do resolutions together or something. But wait. I had left the room for that portion of the conversation. Like, cause whatever, everyone with little kids knows how it goes. Like you're FaceTiming with people, something happens, whatever. There's no such thing as like a normal beginning to end conversation. So like then Scott gets off the phone with them. I didn't hear that part. And so then he comes to me and he was like, guess what? And he was like, I was like, what? And he was like, you know what they're doing today? And I was like, they're playing pickleball. I know. Like I heard that part. And he was like, no. After pickleball, they're getting smoothies. It doesn't show that my voice is doing anything.
Good save.
Sorry.
No, that's my voice.
Oh. Sorry, everybody. We don't have Matt here today. And I just looked over at the monitor. Usually I never look at the monitor because Matt always handles it. And I thought we were doing it wrong.
I was proud of you. I was also going to joke that who needs Matt? Because like I can do this.
Yeah, we need Matt.
We need Matt.
We
desperately love Matt.
Anyway, sorry about that. Anyway. Scott was like, do you know what they're doing today? And I was like, yeah, they're playing pickleball. And he was like, no, but you know what they're doing after? And I was like, no. And he was like, they're getting smoothies, to which I was like, I hate smoothies, so I don't care about that. But then he was like, and the way he said it, he was like, then they're going back home and they're doing New Year's resolutions. And like his face lit up like as if he was like, and then they're going and getting like a massage, manicure, pedicure, hair. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I was like, ugh. I was like, after the pickleball, I would have been like, I'm out. Like, I'm good for the rest of the day,
That's just
guys.
a fantastic day to me.
Don't
I mean,
include
pickleball's
me.
pretty fun. I enjoy it.
Pickleball's so
like,
fun.
They all went together.
That
Indoor
is so
pickleball.
fun.
Like,
oh, absolutely.
It was a big warehouse that they turned into a pickleball.
It looked
thing.
like a Costco that was filled with pickleball courts.
You know what
Like,
it
that
was?
looked so fun.
My mom said it was an old Sprouts, which is like a Whole Foods type.
Yeah. No, it's Sprouts is a little bit more like Trader Joe's, just FYI, but that's fine.
And so that was fun. And then I love smoothies. Oh,
like,
man.
what do you mean by a smoothie? Like a fruity?
Yep.
See, I would prefer like a sweet, like I love a chocolate protein shake or like a, like there's nothing I love more than like chocolate protein with peanut butter and banana and like cherries or strawberries. Like, love that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to drink like a strawberry banana smoothie.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Like Jamba Juice, the strawberry Nirvana.
Yeah, I don't love it. Like, fantastic. I'll take a few. It's a little too tart.
I won't drive out of my way for many things. I will drive miles for a good smoothie.
Wow.
So they did that. And then resolutions.
Kills me.
Just wonderful.
All right. So
why don't you like that? Like,
I
you don't want to be a better person or have a better life?
I want to talk about it.
You just want to wander through this world and whatever happens to you happens?
Correct. So basically, this is how I feel. So many things. We've talked about this a lot on
I don't
here.
want to waste my time working on
myself. No, but okay. I have a very loud inner critic. I struggle with my self-talk. So basically, I feel like all day, every day, I'm saying things to myself.
That was like, I don't want to have
no, truly.
self-talk.
But I just feel like all day, every day, I'm saying things to myself like, I should do more of this. I should be better at this. I have to be more this, more that. And so then when New Year's resolution time comes around and people are like, what are you going to write down to make yourself better? I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's all I do all day, every day is tell myself how to be better. And now it's like you're pressuring me to like make like an attainable goal. And like I have to have practical steps and it's like there's so much pressure. And it's like to be like smarter, fitter, cleaner, more efficient, more this, better that. And it just feels like so much pressure. There's so much pressure. And I just feel like I put so much pressure on myself all the time that then when it's New Year's resolution time and someone's like, let's all sit down and put a lot of pressure on ourselves. Like, I'm like, that sounds like a nightmare. Like, that sounds like my nightmare. Like, that's the last thing I want to do with my friends. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that sounds crazy. But the thing is, okay, I have so much to say about this. I read something on the interwebs that was like, if you feel really resistant to New Year's resolutions, like it could partially be because like it's in the winter and it's like not normal and natural, like midwinter to be like, I'm going to do all these new things. It's actually much more like in tune with your body to do like New Year's resolutions around like springtime, like around the time when the flowers are beginning to bloom again. It kind of like for a lot of people's like actual like bodies, it feels more natural to like at that time be like, ooh, I'm gonna like maybe set some goals. Like I'm coming alive again out of this like winter slum. Like I feel like I'm going to go outside again. I feel like things like that. You know what I mean? Which I saw that and I was like, oh, I connect to that.
I do them then too.
Sure. Okay. So anyway, it's the inner critic thing. It's the winter thing. What else was I going to say about that? I don't remember. Why do you love them so much?
I feel zero pressure. You know where that pressure comes from?
Myself.
Yourself.
Yeah, obviously. I know that.
You put that on yourself.
I literally said to Susie, like, I was like, oh, Suze. I was like, this is where you and Scott should be married because like, if he came home and like his wife was like, yeah, I had friends over today and we did New Year's resolutions, like he would be like, oh my gosh, like this is like, you're my perfect person. Like, and I was like, when Scott wants to talk to me about like goal setting or like a plan, like I'm like, oh, you ruined the mood. And she was like, you are so mean to him. She was like, don't say that to Scott. Like she was so defensive of you. She was like, that is so mean. I was like, I don't want to do that.
What I can't quite figure out is you don't. When I say let's let's sit down and talk about goals or a plan or anything, it is like your body shuts down. Your brain just doesn't want to even work anymore. Like you're just like, no, please just let me go to sleep. Or like,
I get so tired.
Yeah, but then other times you're like, we need a plan. Can we sit down and come up with a plan?
That's what's it is so contrary to my personality because I am such a planner.
Or
but
like,
why am I so bothered when somebody like, I don't know. Like even when I was a teacher, if they would sit down and be like, write a goal for each of your students for this year, I would be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to cry. I can't do this. But it's not like if they didn't say that, it's not like I was teaching in a way that wasn't goal oriented.
Right.
Of course I was still working towards something, but for someone to make me like put it down on paper and hold me accountable for it, like stresses me out.
Is that it?
Maybe because it's like, if you think about it, like, it's not like I'm the type of person that's just coasting. I'm not like trying to pat myself on the back, but like think about this podcast, for example.
Right.
Like an example is we went to video, right? Because that's like a big way to grow and engage people and whatever. And then I have been really, really pushing myself to put out a lot of reels, you know what I mean? To help like, get content out there. That wasn't a New Year's resolution. That was just like a few months ago. I was like, okay, we have all this video content now. Like I hate doing reels on the internet, on Instagram, but I'm going to do it because like I'm passionate about my podcast and I know that this is like how you grow and like this is how you get your stuff out there. So I'm going to push myself to do this. Like that was a subconscious thing that I set out to do. And now I do it regularly. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like I am like taking steps in my life.
But that's a resolution.
Or I'm sorry, can I say another one?
Yeah.
Another thing was like I just kind of subconsciously thought to myself that like the old me was super overwhelmed by cooking and baking. And now in this last like year plus that I've been doing sourdough, I now like am not as scared of the kitchen. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so like just the last few weeks, I've been thinking to myself, like, I'm just going to try to like bake things like almost every day, like snacks for the kids so that we can be buying less like crap stuff and that they're not filling up on like goldfish and they're filling up on like a homemade like Greek yogurt muffin. Like I made these like Little Bites copycat muffin recipes. It was like very easy. It was using like sourdough discard and flour and Greek yogurt and like butter and milk and like some chocolate chips. I made those. The kids devoured them, and I was like, wow, I love that they ate that instead of like stupid Cheez-Its that have like no nutritional value in them. You know what I mean? So like I subconsciously was like, I'm just going to bake more snacks for them. I'm going to like pay attention to the things that they consistently ask for and make them.
Why?
Because I think it'll be like healthier for them and then I'll like feel better about, whatever. And also like baking doesn't bother me anymore. It doesn't scare me. Like I even enjoy doing like, it's something Parker and I do together. Like when the girls go to school, like I'll be like, we're going to bake. She absolutely loves it. Is it crazy to bake with a 2-year-old? Yeah, but it's like something to do.
Yeah.
She helps me pour in the thing.
Of it?
To have our kids have more like nutrient dense foods in the home.
Okay. There's your resolution.
Right. So I think that's what's funny about the whole thing is that it's not like I don't set goals
you
or
have
make
more
resolutions
than anyone I know. Every journey that you go on is a resolution.
Go on a lot of that's so true. That's so true. But I'm going on a sleep journey. That's a resolution.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But what I'm saying is like those are all resolutions. But if we say let's make a resolution,
naming it really makes me shut down.
If it's on accident, or if you just do it one day, then you're like, yeah, I'm doing this.
Is it the accountability I don't like?
It might be. I don't know. But see, I I need that because I have like you said, I have so many thoughts flowing through my head each day. Mm-hmm. I make 1,000 of those too. But then it's like, well, I don't know. I just made 1,000 resolutions today, right? For myself, and they don't stick. Like there's nothing, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like all day long, I'm going to be better at that. I'm going to do that different. I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to start doing that. And like my whole to-do list for me is like ways I'm going to be better. If I don't stop and actually write one of them down, it's not going to become a thing. You know what I mean?
No, I totally know what you mean. I don't know why I shut down so bad. I literally need to like have a therapist answer this question. Like I shut down.
Interesting. I would be interested in
I need to be studied.
Just because like on the back end, you like these things. So, with the podcast, you'd be like, well, why haven't we done this, this, and this? We should come up with a plan for that. And I'm like, we should have a planning meeting.
Or even like at work, if Jess is like, I had an idea for like something we could do to like take things, because Jess is definitely more of probably like the ideas person than I am, which is fine. But like even something like this year, Jess came to me a few months ago and was like, I think it'd be nice if every kid got a birthday card mailed home to them, like from the children's ministry. You know what I mean? Like, I think that'd be really great. And I was like, oh yeah. And so I went on Canva, designed it, sent it to the printer, got it printed, had like a volunteer help me organize, and like it's happening. You know what I mean? Like we did it. It's done. And that's a way that we're like taking our ministry up a notch this year. You know what I mean? Like, so it's not like Jess came to me with an idea like we should do this. And I was like, oh no,
right.
We're not doing something to increase our effectiveness as a ministry. Yeah. Like I was like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. We could do that.
Yeah.
So it's
very
like
intriguing.
You could call that a resolution if she said it on January 1st, but she happened to say it on October 1st. And so we just did it then.
Yeah. But it's like you get more done in a day than anybody I've ever met.
Well,
so I don't know that you necessarily
really
want to change either, but
it just feels like
me.
it just feels like an added layer of stress and like expectation. And I just feel like there's so many expectations that I already have on myself that if someone is asking me to do more, it really stresses me out.
See, that might be one thing. I'm not saying even a resolution should be more. A lot of times it's less.
Yeah, to take things away, which we need to talk about next.
Yeah, a lot of resolutions are, I'm going to stop doing this.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Right? So I don't know. I think they're super valuable, but it's just intriguing how the conundrum of you.
Okay, so I'm going to make a few resolutions right now. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Number 1. I'm going to go on a teeth whitening journey. It's almost over. So whatever, that's fine. Emily and I bought, so like, influencers will always tell you like, I use this like, product. You don't know because you're not on the internet, but basically influencers have told me, influencers have told me on Instagram that, the crest whitening strips that have like bleach in them or not bleach, but like, peroxide maybe.
Okay.
Whatever it is that the leading white strips use is like bad for you or whatever. So a while ago, Emily and I used Lumino. Though it looks like it's spelled Luminex, but it's Lumino.
Yeah.
Crest whitening strips. Not Crest. I always say Crest. Like, okay. I'm being so confusing. If I'm talking about a tooth whitening strip, I say Crest whitening strip in the way that people say Kleenex to mean a tissue.
Yep.
For whatever reason. But about these Lumino whitening strips, did not work. That was a few years ago.
Okay.
So then more recently, I was looking at myself, as I do, gazing upon my face.
In every mirror.
Ripping it apart, taking notes of things that I would like to change about my face.
A million resolutions.
So many resolutions right there. My gosh, the resolutions. So I was like, an easy thing I could do is just whiten my teeth. And I think that would even make me feel a little better. So I saw
it's way
advertised.
Easier than getting a tan.
Well, I do that too. I use tanning drops all the time.
There you go. Get a tan and whiten your teeth.
Absolutely. It's like you're more attractive by the end of the day. So I saw 2 different influencers tell me to use these certain ones that are like healthier for you, whatever. But I don't like to buy like the whole thing because I feel like if these don't work, I'm going to be annoyed that I have like a month of these things. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So Emily and I split a box as we do.
Smart.
So I've already done like 5 days in a row of it and I see no difference. So I think it was a failed mission, but a mission nonetheless to try to whiten my teeth.
There is a $5 box of tooth whitener that you get at like Walgreens.
Okay.
And you put that on your teeth.
Yeah, but you've told me about that before. Don't you just like paint it on your teeth and then you're supposed to keep your lips like over your teeth like that?
Well, it helps, but you don't have
How do you do that for 30 minutes?
Sit like this.
I can't do that. Like I legitimately cannot do that. Like doesn't the saliva all pour out of your mouth? Like Like I'm like having like, that's giving me like, I feel, wait, the computer's doing something weird again, Scott. We need Matthew.
Matt, where are you?
Where is Matt?
This is called a screensaver.
There we go. It was like the Bahamas. Anyway, so I did do one resolution is to make my teeth whiter.
Okay.
Another resolution is to work on my sleep hygiene.
Huh?
I don't know. I think I've heard someone use that term.
Sleep hygiene?
Yeah, like I think maybe that's the wrong word.
Is this multitasking? You're going to try and brush your teeth while sleeping?
I feel like I've heard that term. Have you not?
Maybe, but...
Ask chat. I'm going to Google it.
You better do something.
Hold
Your sleep hygiene.
Hold on. I'm just going to do sleep hygiene and just see like what the internet says.
I believe you, and it sounds like something influencers
Sleep
say.
hygiene. Sleep hygiene refers to habits and environmental changes that promote better sleep, focusing on a consistent schedule, a cool, dark, quiet bedroom, and avoiding stimulants like caffeine, alcohol, and screens before bed. Sleep hygiene. So I'm working on my sleep hygiene. Okay, so here's
a different word. Sleep
here's
health,
what I'm going to do.
Sleep.
I'm working on my sleep hygiene. Oh. Shh. So something that's been going on in the last few months, I've never been like a great sleeper, but something that's been going on in the past few months is that my sleep has completely and 100% deteriorated. I have trouble falling asleep at night. I have trouble staying asleep. If something wakes me up, I'm awake. Like I've had multiple days over the past month where I've been like, I wake up at 3 a.m. and like, I never fall back to sleep for the day, which is
heavy sleep anxiety. And then also
a lot of
bad sleep practices.
I've always had sleep anxiety, but I've always been a good, like I remember being a teenager and being like, I have to go to sleep by 10. I have to be asleep by 10 if I'm going to be awake by 6, like, but I would fall asleep and I would stay asleep. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? So, but now that's not the case. If something wakes me up or whatever, like a bad dream or a snoring
think I ever
person.
Went to sleep before 11 p.m. until I was maybe 25.
That's crazy. So I have not been sleeping well. I'm very overtired. I could fall asleep at any moment of any day. So I feel that I might try to become a little bit more serious about my sleep hygiene. And I don't abuse caffeine at all. I usually have 1 cup of coffee in the morning and that's it. Sometimes a Diet Coke around dinner time. I think I might need to either cut out the Diet Coke or try just the caffeine free. I think they have caffeine free Diet Coke, don't they?
Probably.
I got to look into it. But so, okay, maybe I'll be a little more cognizant of the Diet Coke.
I don't think that's the issue.
I don't think that's the issue, but I also think that with a very sensitive system, you gotta, Sure. Then, I think that even though for so long screens before bed have helped me, I've talked about that on here about how if you're an anxious sleeper, a comfort show can help lull you to sleep.
Yep.
I'm wondering if it's causing sleep disruptions for me though. So I'm just going to really commit to only reading before bed and not screens. The other thing is that I even think if I am watching a comfort show, it's still hard because you're on the phone and like notifications pop up, which then distract you and then you become anxious. So I'm going to work on no screens before bed and just reading, which I have no problem with. I love to read. Everybody knows this about me.
Well, it's not just your shows. Sometimes you're like, I'm just going to do the budget real quick right before
or I'm just going to order X, Y, and like Jace needs new tights for
I just
blah.
have to send this email.
Yes, totally, which is not good. So I feel like almost like once I enter the bedroom at night, I need to like put my phone down and not touch it again. Like once I enter the bedroom, it's a phone-free zone.
Most people, if you try and do a detox of some sort of phone or a screen detox, most people say that's the first thing.
It's like before bed.
Like, put it across the room.
Well, we could put it in our RO box.
Do that.
It's just hard because I do want to be able to, in the event that an emergency happens, like I would like to be able to be reached.
Right. I also control our whole house from my phone. So
yeah. Like you look at the monitors,
the cameras,
like the locks, the
heat,
cameras,
the air, like the lights, everything.
Yeah, that's a little hard. But like,
I could change.
We're still talking about me though.
Don't worry. Don't worry. We're all clear about that. Point being, I think that's a great
So
step.
that, and then I'm going to stop the melatonin. So
Yeah,
I
this
take
was a good one.
melatonin most nights, but then one night when I was up from 3 a.m. on and I was like having an actual legitimate panic attack and I was talking to Chad about it. Chat was like melatonin helps you fall asleep, but like can cause increased wake ups in the night. So you really should lay off the melatonin.
Because you skip that cycle,
Yeah.
the sleep cycle, and you just go so heavily into
too
REM.
quick. And then that, and then also you're supposed to have a consistent sleep and wake time. Like
But wait, first on the melatonin.
Yeah.
What if you, because I agree. I think if you use it as a crutch, right, then you get used to it, or whatever, and then you wake up and you're up, like the cycle is off. But what if you were to use it when you wake up in the middle of the night?
I could try that.
Do you think that would have an effect?
Maybe.
Have you done that?
I don't know if I have.
Don't you usually get up and grab a melatonin?
Yeah, I feel like I have done that and it doesn't work. I don't know.
Does it not?
I'm not sure. It's a good question.
Might be worth trying.
All right, it would be worth trying. Okay, so I'm going to be whitening my teeth, which may or may not work. I'm going to be working on my sleep hygiene, which includes no screens before bed. It includes no more melatonin. It includes being very conscientious of caffeine intake. What are my other goals? I'm going to continue my reel making for the podcast.
Okay.
I am going to
be cooking.
Oh, consistent awake and sleep time. What part of the sleep hygiene?
Oh, yes.
So like being careful that like, even if it's Saturday, like try to still get up at the same time. It just like gets your body into a very healthy rhythm. Which can be very hard for me. Oh, and then like baking more like homemade snacks and stuff for the kids to grab. So we're not like buying 12-gallon. Now, that's not to say, I want to be very clear. I am not against store-bought processed snacks. I am not against them. I still send those with my kids to school because it's the easiest thing, because also the snacks have to be nut-free and my house is not a nut-free house, so homemade is dangerous. We get it. I am not against processed snacks, store-bought things. Guess what, everybody? We all had that growing up, like blah, blah, all the things. But if we can cut down, that doesn't hurt, obviously. Like I feel really happy when my kids can come home from school and their after school snack is like a piece of homemade sourdough bread with butter or peanut butter on it. Or like I said, one of those Little Bites muffins or what, like that makes me feel good that they're getting like a whole, whatever, good snack, whatever. So those are some ways I'm going to be making myself better.
Do you have a list?
I'm going to continue using my tallow. I really am enjoying my tallow. I use it at night. I feel very moisturized. I would like to get answers. I think I have a gift card to go get a facial. I'm going to go get a facial and I'm going to talk to the esthetician about this rash thing I've had around my nose since the summer. Yeah. That I did do a little bit of a deep dive on Instagram about, and I think I know what it might be. And some people say you have to get a fluoride-free toothpaste. Sometimes it's a reaction people have to fluoride.
At the same spot on your nose?
Around your nose.
Okay.
So
worth a shot.
That might be a journey that I go on.
Don't you use a fluoride-free toothpaste?
No, I use Sensodyne because it's free of like SLS, which is bad for people who are prone to mouth sores.
Holy moly.
Right. There's so many problems. Now, the other thing that I was focusing on this year, I think I talked about on here before, which people know, that I started meeting with my dietitian again because I was going on a thyroid journey. So I want to give it, the people want an update about my thyroid.
Told you, more resolutions than anyone I know.
Who's worried about my thyroid? Raise your hand if you want to hear about my thyroid.
Yay.
Okay. So this is what happened. I went to my new PCP who I love. She's my kid's doctor as well. We talked through all of it, all my symptoms, everything that I'm feeling, XYZ. I have stupid little issues. I have a blood clotting thing. I have the thyroid thing. I got whatever. So she was like, okay, we're going to do this full panel blood work. And wouldn't you know, everybody, yep. Same thing as always. Everything came back great, except for my vitamin D was not technically low, but on the low end of normal. So she said, let's take a vitamin D supplement. Fine. My cholesterol is slightly elevated, which it has been for years. It's a genetic thing. My aunt had high cholesterol, whatever. So again, It's like on the very low end of high, not much to be done about that. They're not going to medicate me for that, whatever. Like they say you should eat more fish, which I have been doing. So like maybe that'll help, but whatever. And all my iron is fine, because people may or may not remember I had to get iron infusions when I was pregnant with Parker. Iron is fine, XYZ, yada, yada. My thyroid, this is what's funny. Your thyroid antibodies are supposed to be like under 10 or something like that. Okay. It's like some very, very low number. Mine are like 450. Like mine are like, they're so high. It's like, I don't know how you're not dead. Like, it's such a crazy number that anytime any doctor sees it, they're always like, whoa. Like, they're like, those are,
but then they don't do
those
anything.
are crazy. But the
crazy.
thing is, they will only medicate you if your TSH level is out of normal range. And my TSH level is not only normal, it is like smack dab in the middle of normal. It's not on the high end of normal. It's not on the low end of normal. It's the most perfect normal number you could ever see. So I talked to Chad about that as well. And I said, these have been my numbers now for over a decade. Like we're going on like 12-ish years that these have been my numbers-ish. And Chat was like, while it is unusual, most people who have very high thyroid antibodies, it puts you into like hypothyroidism or whatever. And like, then you go on Synthroid and your problems are regulated to a degree. It's unusual to have such elevated antibodies for this long and to still have a regular TSH, but it does happen. And there's people who ride this till they're dead and never go on anything. Wow. And there's nothing ever like it does happen. And you may be one of those people. Now, a complicating factor is I do have a nodule on my thyroid, which may or may not turn into something that I'm supposed to monitor, obviously. So all that to say, my thyroid journey was a journey to nowhere because I'm not getting the Synthroid. Lord knows I asked for it. They will not give me the medicine. My only other option is to go like to a holistic crunchy doctor, which I've tried in the past. And they're going to give me a list of $1,000 trillion worth of supplements and a very strict diet. And I will not be doing those things for a million reasons. Mm-hmm. And here we are. And here we freaking are. And a big freaking hug.
And a big freaking hug.
So that journey went nowhere. So those are my New Year's resolutions. So you're just throwing in the towel? I don't know. I'm going to keep meeting with my dietitian to obviously, discuss that. But, Brazil nuts are supposed to help as well. So I've been eating Brazil nuts.
Right on. That's the solution.
Don't ever... everybody listen, this is medical advice I'm giving you. Do not buy Brazil nuts and eat them by the handful. They're very high in selenium and can make you go absolutely kooky. You should really only have 2 Brazil nuts a day. You heard it here. Okay.
Wow. It's good to know.
It's good to know. What are your New Year's resolutions, Scott?
I have a lot of them. And I have not sat down to write them yet.
I'll do it with you if you want to.
Really?
Yeah. I'll do that for you because I love you. Because that would be a really huge sacrifice for me. I do want you to know that. And that's why it's me showing love. Continue.
My number one goal, I hesitate to say it on here, but it's been my goal for years. You know what it is. Number one goal, to buy an investment property.
Oh, well, I know.
Day.
It's just so hard when you're poor to do that.
I know.
You know what I mean? I'm kidding. We're not poor. That's very insensitive. That's very insensitive. We have a very nice life.
Well, anyway, every year it's my number one.
Yeah.
I don't accomplish it.
Well, don't be down. Don't say.
Well, no. I just mean, I have to be honest. Like, it's pretty silly to say it's my number one resolution every year. So I don't do very good with my resolutions, but
that's not really a resolution. It's like a goal. Don't you feel like a resolution is more like, I'm going to be nicer. Oh my gosh, wait, the kids made New Year's resolutions at school. This was the cutest thing in the world. It was like the Monday after, like when they first went back to school, the girls get in the car after school. And I'm like, how was school today? It was good. We made New Year's resolutions. And like Jace was like, oh, we did too. And Emerson was like, oh yeah. Like, I said that I was going to be a better sister. And Jace goes, oh, I said that too.
No way.
They made the same New Year's resolution to be a better sister to each other, even though they're really good sisters to each other. But I thought that was so cute.
Just that moment, like
Chase
as
was
they
like,
both realized,
like, and they were like, "Oh, I said the same thing," and they were like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, it was so
cute.
It was really cute. I can promise you that was never my resolution growing up.
Oh man!
Oh, I knocked over my water. Hold
teachers.
on.
They have good teachers. No, that's part of the problem too. Is yes, I think a resolution is like I resolve to do this differently or whatever, but. For me,
like you're not going to make a resolution of like this year I'm going to make my New Year's resolution is to make $1 million. Like, well,
it could be.
I guess
it could be. Now it's not a smart one because
you're not going to make $1 million. Yeah,
no,
I guess
that's fine with me. I think I'm very fluid with what the resolutions are. Are they resolutions? Are they goals? Is it a plan? Is it whatever? For me, it's just like stopping to reevaluate. And
things you
come
want.
Up with some sort of plan for how you're going to move forward, which is much more important for someone like me because you are very focused and get a lot done, and you're just like methodical about life anyway. For me, I can jump from here to there to there to there, and I have to have moments where I stop and say, "Okay, what are we doing?" I also really just like any excuse for a reset. So whether that's like a new month, a new season, resolutions, whatever. I'm like, can we just start over? Like everyone, yeah, we're good. Reset.
No, I know. I get it. No, look, I do get it. And obviously I'm joking when I say people who do New Year's resolutions are obnoxious and I hate them. Well, to a degree.
You don't have to backtrack.
People who are on social media and they're like, talking about losing weight and like getting abs and whatever, like shut up.
What I will
Take your toxicity away from me.
I have a problem with resolutions in the way that everyone does them in January, and just statistically, it's like the
you don't
gyms
follow
are packed
through. Yeah,
January 2nd, and there's no one there January 6th.
Yes,
like I get that, but then I'm also like, well, that's 4 days people worked out, it's better than last month when it was 0 days.
I mean, I guess. I guess.
Like, I'd rather have people trying, and there's a percentage of
the problem
those that
is
it's going to stick.
People always go too hard, and it's like I'm no life coach, but it's just like when people are like, oh, I'm going to work out 7 days a week. Okay, well, I can promise you at this very moment, you're not going to stick to that because that's a really intense goal. Like, what if you just start, like if you're someone who doesn't work out at all, what if you're just like, I'm going to try to move my body in some way for 20 minutes a day. Or I'm going to just go to the gym 2 times a week or 3 times a week. Like make it more attainable, like something that you can build up. That's
spoken like a 1.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. Because you're like, well, I can't go 0 to, 60. Like I'm just going to try to do 2 days a week, and you're consistent. So you will do that. Somebody like me, if I skip a day, then whatever happens that day, I forget. And I'm like, oh yeah. And then 6 weeks later, I'm like, oh yeah, I should go to the gym again. It's the consistency for me. That's like,
something I will say about me. Yeah. Like this is where we're different. You're intense. I'm consistent.
Yeah.
And I do almost nothing intensely. So like even sourdough, I don't do it sourdough intensely. A truly intense sourdough person would come in and be like, your rise is not right. Yeah. Or like your shaping could be better or your whatever. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm consistent.
Yeah.
I bake 2 loaves of sourdough every single week
and
I consistently do it. And is it perfect? No, it's not. And like, I don't really care about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is against being a 1 kind of, but then even like working out, I am incredibly consistent. I'm incredibly consistent.
Yeah.
Like I consciously exercise 4 to 5 days a week, maybe 3 on a bad week, every single week of my life, except for the 6 weeks after I've just had a baby or if I'm vomiting or something.
Right.
But I'm not intense. Like, are you kidding me? I would never in a million years post my workouts on like social media. Like you should do what I'm not intense.
Right.
Like a lot of times my workout is like walking on an incline on the treadmill for 30 minutes or doing a 15-minute bar workout or a 30-minute bar workout or a 10-minute YouTube ab thing. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not intense. I'm not lifting. I'm not bench pressing whatever the frick those things are that people are doing. And they're like, and they're throwing it on the ground. It bounces. And I'm like, whoa, like that is not my journey. No. Like, but I'm consistent.
But you're consistent. So for me, you're right though. you go and then you burn out. I'm going to burn out either way. Not necessarily burn out, but get distracted, forget whatever. So it's like I can either go 7 days in a row for as long as I can focus, or 2 days a week for as long as I can focus.
But sometimes I feel
change the dynamic.
I guess. But sometimes I feel like I do need to be more intense. Like part of me is like, Kaitlin, if you're unhappy with your body right now, maybe you need to be more intense with your workouts and more specific, you know what I mean? And like do something, maybe you need to lift heavier weights, and then maybe that'll help you even like your mental health or something. Do you know what I mean?
And so I need to be more consistent.
Maybe I need to be more intense.
But I think if you have to start with one or give up one, you want to be consistent and
first.
Hopefully,
and then deal with the intensity
and hopefully
later.
Build the intensity. But that's better, I think.
I guess. Another resolution I have is to use this lipstick. Do you like this lipstick? I've never used lipstick before. I only ever just use chapstick or lip gloss. Can you even tell I'm wearing this?
No.
Oh, not at all. So it's kind of pointless.
No, I mean, I can see it.
Is it like a tint?
Yeah.
Emily said it was like a really good no makeup look.
Why do you want to make a resolution to use lipstick if you've never used it?
I'm kind of just joking. I just like got this and I liked it and I was like, I'm going to wear it. I really just wanted you to notice that I was wearing this lipstick for this recording. That was really the whole point of that. Okay. Scott said that he likes it, I don't look like I'm wearing makeup, which I couldn't tell if it was a compliment or not.
Well, the other day you said something like,
I had done my makeup to go out and I was like, I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, I look like I don't even have makeup on. Like, what did I do?
And I just thought, that's fantastic.
You were like, isn't that the point? Like, aren't you supposed to try to look like you don't have makeup on?
If somebody looks like they have makeup on, something's wrong.
Yes and no. It depends. It depends.
I think I like that you can just be like, you're beautiful without that.
That's nice.
And I know you're wearing makeup and stuff, but like, that's fine, but it doesn't look like crazy.
That's nice. Okay. That's great. Thank you so much. That's so nice. Another goal that I have.
Wow. Okay.
I hate resolutions. I would like to not be depressed. I feel I want to have a will to live. I want to stay in my bed all day. And
There's got to be a bigger word than resolution.
I am not laughing because I'm making light of this, because I'm literally not making light of this. I'm laughing because it's a defense mechanism. I really have learned this about myself. Like, I literally don't think, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think people can tell when I'm struggling. I think that when I'm out in the world, I'm very pleasant, even when I'm not feeling pleasant.
Right.
I think I'm like...
You're also very consistent.
I was talking to somebody this morning and I was talking about a period of life that was like not good. And I was like, oh, that was really not good for me. And she was like, what? I had no idea. You seemed great. And I was like, oh, I was like completely not great. And she's like, that's shocking. And I was like, no, I know. I'm like very good at that.
Oh, that's a big deal to you, to present a certain way into the world. And not that you're fake in like good times or bad. It's not that you're fake, but it's just like, I'm not going to like put the world through my stuff. You're intentional to be like,
I'm not going to walk around like making everyone else feel my feelings. Yep. Like, it's really not their problem. I have people that I'm vulnerable with that I will tell this stuff to. Like, I'm honest with my husband. I'm honest with my sisters. I'm honest with Lauren and Susie every day. Like, those I feel like are the people who like really know. My therapist.
Spiritual director.
Yeah. Like, I have people that I, like am honest with, but like, I'm not going to like walk into work or church or a social event and be a Debbie Downer.
That's A. And B, you are wired to lift the spirits of the people around you.
Yeah. I cannot stand the vibes being low.
Yeah.
We got to lift the vibes.
Yeah. The vibes of people, of the room, of the event, of everything.
Yeah.
And so, I don't think people probably ever know when you're.
So anyway, the reason I was laughing, I want to be very clear. I'm not laughing at depression or people feeling like they don't want to get out of bed. I have been in that place. And I want to be very careful because I'm not trying to say that I'm like, this isn't a cry for help. I'm not trying to be like, I'm so depressed, someone needs to call someone. Like, that's not what I'm saying. And I know that there's people that are there, and I genuinely feel for you and I'm praying for you. But I have been feeling very low. I've been feeling very, very low emotionally. And like, I genuinely would lay in my bed the whole day. Like I would if I could. You know what I mean? Like, my whole goal of every day is to like, when can I go back into my bed? Like, is how it's felt. And I can't snap myself out of it. Everything feels overwhelming. Like running a little errand. I'm like, oh, how am I going to do that? Oh, like I really feel like, or even like if I'm going to see people, I feel like I have to really like amp myself up. I also feel like when I'm out, it takes more out of me than it usually does. More recently, it's taken more out of me than it normally does. So then when I come home, then I'm really low. Then I'm very depleted.
You need to work on your emotional hygiene.
My emotional hygiene, you guys. So, and then listen,
Brazil nuts.
A defense mechanism is making jokes about it. So like, if you think that this podcast is very like insensitive, this is a defense mechanism. Okay. Like I make jokes about serious things. I can't not. And I don't want to change this. Not a resolution of mine to change about that.
Good luck changing that.
I will be making jokes like consistently about serious things.
We're not making light of depression. I've battled depression. I get it. And I think I want people to understand that that's a real thing. And if people are struggling with it, there's help. Now, what are you saying?
Wait, I was just thinking about that quote from Melanie Schenkel on our interview where she said like dark humor. She got the quote from someone, I think, but she was like, people's dark humor is like a load-bearing structure. like people who have dark humor. So good. Yeah, like people who have dark humor and are making light of like serious things seemingly and or whatever. Like it's because like it's a load-bearing structure. It's holding them up in the top. You know what I mean?
Yes. Because she's like that.
Oh my gosh.
That's what she was talking about.
She's like, so freaking funny. And she's been through a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Like in her book, it's like, you know what I mean? But then she's very like dry humor about it, like making, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like just like whatever, which I don't think is bad. No. As long as you're like genuinely processing your emotions somewhere, I think it's okay to like make jokes about it when you're like in public, because it's kind of like, again, like I don't need to like bare my soul to every human I walk by today.
Yeah.
You know, like it's fine, whatever. But anyway, I don't really know what's going on. Like it's interesting because my friend, I think I posted something about being like overwhelmed in January. And so I'm not taking down my tree. Like my tree has never still been up this late into January, but like I have no plans to take it down because like it's bringing me joy right now. I just like really like the light that it puts in the living room. Like I just think it feels so nice. And I think the living room's going to feel dark and depressing when I take it down. So I don't want to take it down. I also feel kind of stressed out to take it down. So I just like don't want to, so I'm just not going to at this point. Yeah. So I said something online about being overwhelmed. So I'm leaving my tree up. And then my friend Michelle texted and was like, why are you feeling overwhelmed? Like what's going on? And I was like, I don't really know. Like it might be seasonal depression, literally. Like I think that it was so cold. I think Parker and I going for walks helps me so much. And we had so many weeks of it being like in like the teens where I was like, I don't want to do that, but B, I'm not gonna take my 2-year-old out in like for 45 minutes when it's like 9 degrees. You know what I mean? Like I'm just like not. And also it was like icy. Like how am I pushing the stroller? We're gonna fall. Like it's just like I'm not doing it. So I think it's like a little bit of seasonal depression. I think it's a little bit of like the post-holiday blues where you're just kind of like, ugh, like, okay, the whole push for the holidays are over. Now it's like the gray, bleak winter. And like, we have like nothing really coming up to like look forward to. Like nothing's like happening. Like, it's just kind of like, well, you know, I think it's some of that. I think it's like some like relational things I've had going on. I know, you know what I mean? And, or even just like yesterday, Emily and I spent the whole morning at my dad's house, like cleaning out my mom's closet. That's like really not a fun activity. Like I'm going to cry. You know what I mean? Like it's
heavy.
Terrible. Still, you know, like even though it's been not so long, but I mean, it's been over 2 years and it's still like, is not fun to clean her closet. I think that I also like feel like the lack of mom a lot during the holidays, especially this year. Her absence was just like so obvious. And that's very depressing. And so I think that made me feel really depressed. And I just feel really down about myself. Like, this is so embarrassing that I'm crying on camera. But I just feel really down about myself, about everything. I just feel like my body image has been horrible. Absolutely horrible. And just like everything. Like I walk around the house and I'm like, oh, I suck at cleaning this house. Ugh, we have so much crap. Ugh, there's dust. Ugh, we have to paint this bathroom. Ugh, what do I have for dinner? Ugh, I let this thing go bad in the fridge. Why did I do that? I didn't realize it was past the date. Shoot, now I wasted that money. Ugh, I spent too much money on this. Ugh, I forgot to do this. Oh my gosh, this was a whole other topic to talk about. I've also been feeling like way over scheduled, which is another thing that I've been struggling with intensely. Like, this is crazy because, do I look insane right now? Okay. This is like crazy because, you know, before I was a parent, I was such a good parent, you know, as we all are. And I just remember I don't think I said it judgy, but I just remember before having kids that were old enough to be in activities, I remember being like, I can't ever be the person that has my kids in a million activities because I know myself and I hate rushing from thing to thing to thing. And I know that's not going to fit me. And I'm not going to be that person. You know what I mean? I really don't think I was saying it judgy at people who had their kids in a lot of things. I really do look, am I judgy? Yes, of course I'm judgy. I'm a human. But in this scenario...
A New Jerseyan.
Right. Yeah. I'm an Italian New Jerseyan. Like, am I judgy? Obviously. Okay. But like, in this scenario, I really think I was more of just like, I can't imagine doing it. Like, that doesn't feel like it's me, you know? Well, you know, now look at me. I have 3 kids and they're in a million things. And it's like, even when I had that interview with Jamie Erickson, I loved her and it was called Overwhelmed Mom. And she was like, you know, everyone, like, I can't give you a definitive thing that everyone should do because everyone has a different amount of kids and a life that looks different. But she said so many amazing things in that interview. Like, she was like, one thing I do with my kids is everyone gets 1 activity per season. She was like, now granted, I have 5 kids. So if you have 1, like, that can look different for you. But our rule of thumb was everyone gets 1 activity per season. And then she said another thing, which crazily this week, Lauren, my cousin, quoted back to me because I said something, I was venting about this to them. And Lauren said, well, didn't that woman on your podcast say, I say no to things not because I'm too busy, but because I don't want to be busy.
Yeah.
And she was like, the thing is, you have a lot on your plate right now and you are able to get it all done, but you are very busy and you are someone that doesn't want to be busy. You want to have, like, you cannot enjoy your life if you do not have pockets of downtime. And
some
right now,
some people want to be busy.
Some people need to be busy.
For a lot of reasons.
There are a lot of people. I have friends that I see on Instagram and it is like every other day, they are like in the city. They're ice skating. They're at a show. Yeah. They're at a play date. They're at a this. They're at a that. And some people, they are thriving like that. I am not thriving like that. And I've never thrived like that. Even before we had kids, when we were just dating, I remember like being like something that was really hard was that because even when we both lived in Colorado, but we lived an hour apart, it was like, it felt like where was my downtime? Because it was like, obviously if like Scott and I are free on Saturday, we're going to drive to see each other. You know what I mean? But then it was like, I just want to relax. Sometimes I would just want to like be in my apartment. You know what I mean? But it was just like, no, but I want to see Scott. Like it was just hard with a lack of downtime. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I've always been someone that needs downtime and like chill, low stim, you know what I mean? And so like my life is too busy right now with the kids' activities, but it's like, it's so easy when you look at someone whose kids are overscheduled. It's very easy to be like, to say things, because I've said these things. Like, do you think your kid is going to the NFL? Because like, I have news for you, he's not, you know? Or like, do you think your daughter is going to go to the Olympics for ice skating? Because like, she's literally not. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, but then once, like, so everyone says stuff like that and it's very arrogant and like very like judgy and whatever. But it's like, once you're in it, you realize like, I don't have my daughter Jace currently right now. She is in soccer, basketball, and gymnastics right now. Okay. She has 3 activities right now. Do I think that's too much? Absolutely. Why am I doing it? Do I think that she is going to play D1 sports in college? No. Do I think she's going to the Olympics? No. Do I think she's going pro? No. Do I want her to do any of those things? No, honestly. Why is she in all of these things right now? Because she loves it. Because she thrives, because we've noticed some anxiety and some lack of confidence in her when it comes to friendship settings and school settings. And yet in athletic settings, we notice confidence and joy and like,
I mean, it's developing her. It's building her. I think
it's teaching her to push herself. I think that she doesn't naturally push herself, but sports force her to push herself. And like, here, like, even like, here's an example is like I was literally just talking to a mom at the soccer game tonight. We were at soccer and I was like, yeah, she's in soccer and basketball and gymnastics right now, which is like way too much. And I was like this close to canceling gymnastics. But then Jace was like, oh, like Mom, I'm so close to getting my aerial cartwheel. Like I'm so close. And it's like, when you have a 9-year-old who's like, I am working so hard at this thing and I really want to accomplish it. Please let me. Like, of course you want to let her. Like, do you know what I mean?
She's
like,
also very athletic. This is what brings her joy.
This brings her joy. She feels good about herself. She feels confident about herself. Yeah. Like she's happy. Like she's you know what I mean? It takes her out of her head because I feel like she's in her head a lot. You know what I mean? So it's like, so of course I feel bad being like, no, we're going to quit gymnastics, even though you're this close to getting this new skill and you've been working this whole year on it and you're so flippin' excited. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, that's hard. Of course it's hard. And then it's like, you know, she was already registered for soccer, but then she was begging to do basketball. And I was like, no. She kept asking and was like, please, like I play at recess every day and it's so fun and I really want to do it. And so I'm like, oh, all right, fine. She's doing it and she loves it. Yep. So it's like, that's a thing that you don't consider. I think when people like throw around, myself included, throw around the like, why is your kid in so much stuff? Like that's so busy. It's not good for kids to be that busy. Do you really think they're going pro? The answer a lot of times is like, my kid loves it and I see my kid developing, not necessarily as an athlete. Like, it's not like I'm saying she's getting really good at her corner kicks. No, I'm saying she's developing in terms of like confidence, in like grit, you know, mental toughness, like things like that.
One thing is there are a lot of people who are overwhelmed and busy because they do want their kid to go D1.
For sure.
Or like they are intense about that. A lot of like their kid might not even want to play, but they're pushing them.
Right. Now
like,
look, it's also not bad if your kid goes D1. Congratulations.
Sure.
So great.
But statistics show it is not from the kids that do too much when they are younger. Don't statistically achieve D1 level.
Yeah, that is, you know, I thought that was so interesting even on when we watched that show Quarterback.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
I was blown away by this because you assume that people who are achieving at the professional level, you always assume that those people came out of the womb with a football in their hand,
right,
or a golf club in their hand, or whatever. You know what I mean? That from the moment this child could walk, everyone knew that this kid was a phenomenal athlete.
Yeah.
But Joe Burrow was like, yeah, like I just like always played a lot of sports growing up. And like, honestly, like basketball was really more my thing. Like that was really more what I focused on and like was more intense with. And then, you know, high school came around and it just kind of became clear to me that like I was actually like probably better at football. So I just kind of like leaned into football and like now I'm one of the top quarterbacks in the league. Like, so it's not like when Joe Burrow was 12, the people around him weren't like, he's going to go pro. Like they weren't. Like he was like an average football player at that point. He was like very average. He was actually better at basketball. You know what I mean? Like, and so I just thought that was very interesting. He probably
was a good athlete. I bet most.
Oh, I'm sure.
I bet most people are like, this guy's going to be pro something.
Sure. I think that they were like, wow, he's such a great athlete. But it's not like, I don't think people were standing around when he was 12 like, this is the best 12-year-old quarterback I've ever seen in my life.
Right.
Like, I think he was just like sporty.
Yeah. So anyway,
I don't know where I was going with that.
It's back to our kids, like, and us being overwhelmed. It's not because we're like trying to push this or want to be that.
Yeah.
Some people want that. Some people want their kids to be pros. Some people want to be busy. Some people just don't want to slow down long enough to face their life or do whatever.
Yeah.
So they need to be going. Like, there's a lot of reasons. For us, it's none of that. But it is the reality right now that it's busy.
Yeah. So, but that being said, so it's like Jace is in a few activities. Emerson does dance and Girl Scouts. You know, Parker doesn't do anything because she's 2. But the point is,
we're really behind the game with her. She's not going to make it. She's not getting that scholarship if we don't start soon.
Is the schedule is too busy right now.
Yeah,
it is. Like, because the fact is, Scott works 30 minutes away. He's at work till 5. He's not getting home till almost 6 because of traffic. So it's like mostly on me to get them where they need to go. And it's like Monday, it's like basketball, then gymnastics. Tuesday is soccer. Wednesday, it's like every day
while
is like
dinner
while trying to
homework.
feed people. And there's also a 2-year-old in the mix who's like, like, you know, like we're dependent upon her mood. She's been in a fabulous mood the last week or 2, but that's not always the case, you know? And then it's the dead of winter. It's dark out. You're dragging everybody. And then people are asking you for snacks while you're sitting in the soccer dome.
And it gets dark at 4 p.m.
It's freezing. Like, and so it's like, I think I've just been like, like, I feel like I wake up every day and I'm like, oh my gosh, like there's so many places I need to get to and be at and make sure I have things. Wrong.
It's not even the Groundhog's Day scenario where it's like, I'm just doing the same thing over and over, but it's just,
this is what's so crazy. I feel like when you are a mom that is home with babies, okay, when you're in those baby years, when you have absolutely nothing on the schedule, no one goes to school, no one goes to an activity, nobody does anything, and everyone's sick all the time. Like that is that's a hard stage. Yeah. Okay. Yep. It is. And when you're in that stage, all you think about is like, once they're a little older and they're like in a few activities, it'll break up the day. And it does for a little bit. Like I remember like when Jace got old enough to do like, she did like a little gym class or, you know, something. And it was just like 2 days a week. We would go and she would do that. And I remember like, I loved that because it did. It gave me like markers in the week of like, we made it to Thursday. We're going to the little gym thing. She's going to do that little tumbling thing she does.
I get to leave
that
my
I
house.
got the Groupon for. Yeah. Like it was just like whatever. But still in those stages, it's like you think about like, wow, like motherhood's going to be so easy when you get to the part where your kids are like in school and all you have to do is just drive them to practice and then you just sit there. And it's like, no. Like, now granted, I also am aware that I have a 2-year-old. Surely if I was home alone all day, my mental state would be different. Like, cause I would have tons of time to myself. But the point is, it's like you wake up, like at the phase I'm in right now, I wake up, you know, you get the 2 kids off, then you're home with the 2-year-old all day while she's napping. I'm working, I'm podcasting, I'm getting things done. I never finish all of it by the time she wakes up. We rush to pick up the kids at school. We come home, we do homework, we go to where we need to go, we come back, we do shower. Like it feels like a rush. I feel like I'm in a rush. I'm busy and I don't want to be that busy, but I'm struggling right now with like, Like Lauren said to me, my cousin, which I think was very correct, is she was like, I think that you are going to have to sit down, like figure out what would work for you. And then you're going to have to get comfortable with disappointing your kids. Cause she was like, cause the thing is, it is absolutely true that basketball, soccer, and gymnastics are really good for Jace. All three of those things are good for her and she's thriving and they're helping her. But you are not thriving and it is not helping you. And if you are not thriving, your family system is going to break down. Yeah. So you have to figure it out and be okay with disappointing your kid for a little while.
And that's the reality. Like when we talk about these things, like you have to say no to something, you're usually saying no to a good thing.
Exactly.
Very rarely. I mean, look, obviously if there's stuff that is like not good things, just say no, cut those out of your life.
That's the thing. It's like, I have absolutely no problem holding boundaries with my kids when it comes to like behavior stuff or like, sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, of course I make my kids do chores, even if they complain. Of course I make them clean up, even if they complain. Of course I don't let them watch inappropriate television, even if they pressure me. Everyone watches that. I don't care. You're not watching it. Like, even if they're begging for another show and they've already had their screen time for the day, I have no problem saying no. Like, do you get what I'm saying? It's like holding a boundary for something that like we've deemed as right or wrong is fine.
Or even other things like, if Jace didn't like basketball or like, come on, keep going. Like we would be okay to be like, let's just cut it.
Let's just quit.
A lot of times it's like, well, you got to finish the season.
Sure. I would probably say, look, you can't screw your team over, but then we won't do it again. Like,
we would cut things like, and the point being usually saying no to something is saying no to a good thing.
Right. It's like when she genuinely loves all of it, genuinely is good at all of it.
It's all good for her.
Is good for her. Yeah. Like
we're going to have to say no to something.
Then it's going to be hard to be like, but we got to cut this thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's tricky with 3 kids. I think about people that have 5 kids, it's just, it's complicated.
Whatever. I'm feeling self-conscious about this conversation because I feel like some people might listen into this and be like, this is the most like rich person suburban problem I've ever heard. But I'm just being vulnerable and honest that this is where I'm at.
It's
now,
not just a rich person problem.
I mean, we're obviously not rich, but you get my point though. Like in the scheme of the world and the problems that the world has.
Yeah. But
this is
with everything.
Stupid.
It's not. I think a lot of people deal with this.
Yeah.
A lot of people from every social class.
Yeah.
Like every area. It's constant, and it's, I think when it comes to kids, there is a lot of pressure of, I have to do this for them to be a good parent. And right now that is at an all-time high of, the parenting expectations, right?
Yeah.
But also if you love your kids, you're trying to set the best for them. And keep in mind that that's different for everyone, right?
100%.
For a single mom trying to get her kid to one sport, like that's a lot.
Yeah.
And if she might have to say no to that, that's the same process, right? So it is true for a lot of people in their own ways. This happens to be our situation right now. And I think it's true for you. And you've done a good job with it. I think about you just came off slow summer when you were kind of at your peak. Like you were feeling great.
We had like no schedule and we were thriving.
Yeah.
My kids watched so little television over the summer. We were just like at the pool, outside, hanging out, enjoying our lives. And then it was like, it felt like school came and it was like, whoa, okay, man, oh man, school. Oh, okay, sports, yikes. Okay, wow. Oh, the holidays, yikes. So wow, the holidays. Yeah. And like now I'm just like,
yep.
Whoa.
But you said no to some stuff this summer.
Yeah.
Which was what made that possible.
Did I?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I just don't sign them up for anything in the summer.
It was intentional.
Yes. No, for sure.
Well, and saying I'm going to stay home. Like we're going to just do these things. We're not going to overextend.
Yeah.
Very intentional. Yeah. And it worked and it was great. And what was cool is they loved it.
They were so happy. We were all very happy. So it's like.
And there's no answer to it.
No, there's no answer. But it's something I do have to.
And we've got to manage.
We have to figure something out. Like when spring signups come for all the spring things, we're going to have to reevaluate something because it's just.
Here's why there's no answer. It's the situational, like there's so many components. But spring, when it stays light longer, we might feel better about having them in more things. Actually, I remember it wasn't too long. I think it was maybe fall when we were like, I'm so glad that she has soccer this many nights a week because it gets us out of the house. It gets us out,
and like we have the other kids at the playground and she's playing it. And listen, I have to be clear. I think that it also, like, kids sports get a bad rap where people are like, oh, these kids are in sports, like so many. I have to say, socially as a parent, going to a kid's game is one of the, there's not that many rewarding things as a parent. Going to your kid's sporting event, I think, is really rewarding and fun. Yeah. It's fun. You sit around with other parents and you chat while you watch your kid play, which is so fun. Yeah. And your other kids play with the other siblings off in the court. It's like a fun thing to do. Like for Emerson, going to Jace's soccer games, that's a play date.
It's also nice because we like the other parents. Like
exactly.
It's fun for us to go see them and talk. Yeah.
Right. Like tonight, Saturday night, all our plans were to go see Jace play soccer because she plays indoor winter, and it was a delight. We go there around 5-something.
Joke around with the parents.
Emerson runs around with her friend on the side. Yep. We sit there, joke around with the other parents, watch our kid play, go home. It's fun. It's a wonderful thing to do. Everyone had a great... So it's not like... That's another reason why it's hard to say no to some stuff, because it's not like we're saying no to being miserable. Like, it's not like we're like, oh my gosh, I would love to quit soccer. It's miserable. Like, no, we don't want to quit soccer because it's not miserable. It's really fun.
Right.
We do like it.
Right. But it takes constant management.
So anyway, I'm doing a large reevaluation of what do I need to cut? What do I need to keep? What do I need to do to feel not like I think it's also hard because I'm in a different phase now where I've had years where I was a fully stay-at-home mom. And then I've had years where I worked part-time out of the home, which is a totally different ballgame because you leave. Like on Thursdays and Fridays, I used to leave and go to work, and you and my mom would watch the kids on different days. You know what I mean? So I wasn't trying to do both. But right now, my job is part-time, but I'm doing it from home. Yeah. So I'm momming and working at the same time and podcasting also from my home in my spare time. So it's like anytime I have a free minute, I'm podcasting or I'm working or I'm cooking or I'm cleaning. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I think that my brain is overloaded. And then it's like with all the activities, I'm just kind of like feeling like I don't even know where my priorities are. Like, I'm just kind of like, like it's just...
Screaming.
Oh, she is? Yeah. Well, let's wrap this up and then let's go see if she's good. Well, was this a really depressing, horrible episode?
I think horrible. I think
we laughed, we cried.
It's a very real episode. And people are going to be wondering, like, where are you at? And what does this mean for, like, you shared a lot. You're very vulnerable.
Oh, it's nice. Well, I'm probably going to have a vulnerability hangover tomorrow. So Matt better post this real quick. I think it just is like, I'm in the new year. Bad place. I'm going into the new year in a very low place. I'm aware of it. I'm talking to my husband about it. I'm
very introspective.
I'm very aware of it. I'm not in denial. I'm realizing that I would love to sleep all day, every day and not do anything and feeling bogged down by it all. So I'm trying to work through it. And I'll be meeting with my therapist and also my spiritual director. And I'm,
and taking steps forward.
Working through it.
Okay.
Stay tuned, everybody.
Yeah, there we go.
And I'll let you know how my teeth look. Well, you'll be able to tell. Thank God it's a video podcast.
Yeah, people are going to be able to see it directly. We'll check it. Crest white strips.
They're not Crest.
I'm just joking.
It's a different... I'm not going to link them for you guys yet until I know that they work.
And just because I know other people are concerned, when are we taking the tree down?
Are you really stressed?
I don't care, no.
Do you really not care?
I really don't care. But I've just been wondering. It was good to hear you say it tonight because I was like, like randomly, I'll be like, I wonder if we should take the tree down. Like, I just hadn't heard your plan.
I don't have one. It was funny to hear. I don't have one.
No, I know exactly that you're like, no, I want to leave it up because it brings me joy. I was like, oh, okay, good.
Okay, good.
I was like, man, do I need to do that? Is she waiting on me? So it was good to hear that.
Okay.
I'm good. We can leave it up. I'm like,
it doesn't bother you?
No.
I love it.
Not at all. Especially if it brings you joy.
It brings me joy. It makes me happy.
Oh, good. Good. Well, this was fun.
This was really fun.
It feels like a weird rhythm without Matt and Emily.
Yeah, totally.
I feel like I'm
a little naked.
Sure. I feel like I'm talking more, but also talking less than with 4 people in the room.
That's
and
funny.
Also, I'm very worried about all the tech stuff.
It's very distracting worrying about the tech
very
stuff.
Very thankful for Matt.
We love you, Matt, and we need you.
Yeah, we'll do a swap soon.
We'll do one next week. It'll be out next week, everybody. It'll be a swap with the 4 of us.
That'd be great.
Love.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hey, thanks for joining us today. Don't forget to subscribe and follow on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, KaitlinElliott.com, or wherever you get your podcasts. And hey, if you want to toss us a 5-star rating, I would love you forever. Check us out next week for another new episode. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at so.what.else. Editing and all that stuff by Matt Carpenter with Parable Productions.